tattoos. That's squad. All of them don't try. I walk in room, they eyes wide. Third album come soon. I'm glad y'all go.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Green 80. Spread right, 72. Green is good.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go.
Fournette, a first down carry. Room here to run. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
4 down.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Bortles. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up a touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. On first down, Drake. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Where you at? Ready, hunt!
Tannehill hands to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Let's go! Four down. Check. Set. 48.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Let's go. Spread right, 72. Nice hit, boy. Mike 52. Sunday.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he's got Moncrief. Dante Moncrief. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. The pitch to Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So now Bortles will bring the Jags up to go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they've now taken the lead over the Bills. Tom Brady, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one.
3 down.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
3 down. Go.
Tannehill now on the option left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go. 30.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. A dump off here for Gore. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Trip left. That's what he hunt.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Even. Set. 28. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Go.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Marcel Darius in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air. Tannehill on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. Tannehill fighting Wilson for the Miami 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Drake. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll toss it to Fournette. Fournette fighting through. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Leonard Fournette, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles, but I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles forced out to his left. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kiko Alonso able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Bortles dumps it off to Fournette. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin 1st down. Tannehill now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
3 down. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
Here's Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Tannehill, and he comes back with one complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Flushed out right. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Telvin Smith. Coming with pressure, he drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Tannehill now to throw. Going for it all. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Tannehill. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They begin with a run by Fournette. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 2nd and 10 now. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Bortles going to throw. Going deep for Moncrief. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a do that.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Spread right, 72.
To throw, it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Forbath, the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Bortles to try again after the pick 6. Going deep for Moncrief. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Akeem Spence getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And an alley to run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
On third down, Fournette. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Spins away. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, you got three. Hey, 20.
Now Tannehill under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go, 30.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Bortles. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So now Bortles will bring the Jags up to go for 2.
Hey, let's go. Trips left.
Bortles. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. On 1st down, Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey, lady.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, check. Go.
Tannehill on 1st down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Tannehill. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The quick slant caught, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose, and the Dolphins have got it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern.
And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Forbath for the extra point. Forbath, the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And some room to work. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, we are...
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Bortles to throw on second down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Wake in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action, now Bortles. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon. Bortles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They get it to him running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Fournette. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Tannehill. It's complete to Drake. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Wilson snags it left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's Tannehill. And he is out of bounds downs, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Tannehill on 3rd down. It's complete to Graham. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch 32. 28. Ready, hunt.
Again, Tannehill. This will be caught about the 5. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to...
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now the return, Rashad Green. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that will get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
I'll go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. It fights him off. And he'll get that to Fournette. Complete. And now he spins free. Fighting through it. He's got space. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Let's go.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A toss running left, Fournette. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert it? And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And out come the Dolphins now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.